What does a title company need in order to close escrow on a home in a trust? We get into that next. Welcome back to the channel featuring the leading probate real estate team in all of California. I'm Brendan Mohr, Realtor and Certified Probate and Trust Specialist by the California Association of Realtors.
And I'm Bill Heyman. I'm a licensed California professional fiduciary, as well as I'm a registered and bonded legal document assistant specializing in probate work. And lastly, I'm also a licensed California real estate broker.
Please like and subscribe right now. If you're looking to save time, money, and avoid the headaches of probate, call us today. We've helped families in California save thousands in costs and fees. We may be able to do the same for you. Our contact info is in the About section. Don't wait. Let's talk today. So you have a home in a trust and you're selling it, whether it's a regular trust sale or a successor trustee sale. There are multiple documents or different items that you need that you maybe wouldn't need for a regular real estate sale on a home that's not in a trust. All right, so one of those items, probably the very first item, is a copy of the trust agreements and any amendments. You have to get that and you have to send it over to the title company. If you're working with a realtor, and I highly recommend you are, just get it to your realtor and your realtor will get it over to the title company. Now, the next thing is a taxpayer ID number for the trust. Now, Bill, why do they need that?
Well, that's a really good question. And a taxpayer ID number is actually really important for the trust. And that's because, and this is really in the case where someone's passed away and the successor trustee is selling the property. The title company can't close escrow without a taxpayer ID number for the trust, because at the end of the year, they're going to have to issue a 1099, I believe it's called an S for sale. Whenever a home is sold, the title company has to put that out, and that goes to the government showing that the home has been sold for whatever the sales price was. But additionally, when a home in a trust is sold in this situation, and the title company cuts the check or is going to wire the funds, those funds are in the name of the trust. They're not in the successor trustee's name, they're not in the beneficiary's name, they're not in the deceased person's name, they're in the name of the trust. So without a taxpayer ID number for the trust, you can't go open a bank account to deposit those funds in. So it's really important that you get that. And that the title company has it.
Oh yeah, they won't be able to close without it.
Nope.
Yeah, and another thing that they are going to need is a certified copy of the decedent's death certificate. If this is a case of a successor trustee sale, possibly the decedent's spouse, if she's predeceased, if her name is essentially there in the trust.
Yeah, sometimes, I shouldn't say sometimes, a lot of times, a married couple will do a living trust while both are living, and then one of them passes away and they don't really do anything. Well, the title company is going to need that predeceased spouse's certified death certificate so they can file an affidavit of death for the predeceased spouse before the house is sold through the trust. So, yeah.
And sometimes that comes as a surprise to people.
Yep.
And they may not have that certified copy. They have the certified copy of, say, mom and dad both passed away and mom passed first. Then now they're dealing with dad's estate. They have maybe 5 fresh copies of that certified death certificate for dad, but then they go and open escrow. They don't have mom's. An inexperienced realtor in a successor trustee sale won't have the title company investigate all this stuff up front.
Yeah, and I know like Brendan, who's very experienced in probate and trust sales. Someone like Brendan would review all that ahead of time, and he would know that the title company is going to need a certified copy of the predeceased spouses so that they can do all this, and he'd have it taken care of. Whereas most people will miss that, and you'll get the day before closing, the title company says, "Hey, we need a certified copy of mom's death certificate, and mom passed 10 years ago," and everybody has to scramble to try to get one.
Yeah, and it might take a little while to get it.
Yep.
And you might lose your buyer, and
it's possible.
Sometimes that means the next buyer isn't as good as the first buyer.
Yeah.
But it is possible. So
yeah,
it's just, little heads up on that one.
Yeah.
Now, course, like we said, that's just for a successor trustee sale. Now, a comfort letter signed by the trustee or trust attorney. Now, Bill, explain a comfort letter.
Sure, that's one that a lot of realtors don't know about, and actually there's some attorneys that don't always know about that either.
True.
But the title company wants assurances that if there's any taxes that are going to be due because of this trust, and the same thing in probate, if there's any taxes that are going to be due, who's going to take care of them? Are they going to be taken care of? So basically the comfort letter is just a letter that addresses and says that, hey, any tax issues that come up, the trust estate will take care of, or the beneficiaries will take care of, and that all of the other taxes are up to date as far as they know. And then you just have the successor trustee sign off on that letter, or if you have an attorney involved, the attorney signs off on it, get that letter to the title company, and that makes their legal department feel good. It comforts them.
Yeah, I can't tell you how common it is that an attorney won't understand that term, and others will.
Yeah.
But the title company is going to require it.
Yeah, they are. They're going to ask for it.
Yeah. Now, an established bank account in the name of the trust, and that is in order to wire the sale proceeds to. It can't just be in their own name.
Right.
It needs to be in the name of the trust. Now, this may have been set up already. It may not have been. Is it difficult to set up, Bill?
It's not hard to set up as long as you have that taxpayer ID number and also have a complete copy of the trust, because to open that account at the bank, you got to have those two items, as well as they don't always require a certified copy, but at least a copy of the death certificate. So as long as you have those items, it's not that difficult to do. If you are going to do it, you usually want to call the bank and make an appointment, because they usually won't do it just on a walk-in basis. But yeah, it's important to get that bank account open as soon as possible. You know, go in and throw whatever their minimum is, $25, $50, just get it open so that it's ready to go.
And I know that you do trust administration services. Instead of maybe a successor trustee wants to not handle all that work.
Sure.
When it's a successor trustee sale, it's cumbersome.
Yeah.
Now, you've assisted estates in essentially opening that account.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I whenever I'm working with someone who wants me to assist them with either a trust administration or probate administration, oftentimes I go to the bank with them and sit there with them so that they get the account open. Do that actually almost in every case.
I have clients that love you for that, Bill. Now, a copy of a deed placing the home into the trust. This is kind of a wobbler.
Yeah. I mean, that's not really mandatory, because the title company, they're going to do a title search and they're going to pull it. But it's a convenience. It's a help to the title company if you can provide that. And again, if you're working with a realtor, like Brendan, who knows probate and trust, they can pull a copy and get it to the title company just to make their job easier. And title companies appreciate it when they're working with realtors that know what they're doing and are helpful, and they're more apt to get things done quickly and in a timely manner when they're working with a professional realtor. Yeah.
That's a whole rabbit hole to go down to discuss why. It is important when hiring your realtor. I do these within 2 hours of Sacramento. And know realtors in every single county, and we can definitely help with that. I'm just going to run down the list real quick for people. What documents do you need to have in order to sell that house? What does the title company need at least? A copy of the trust agreement and any amendments, a taxpayer ID number in the name of the trust, a certified copy of the death certificate for the decedent and possibly the decedent's pre-deceased spouse, and that's only in the case of a successor trustee sale, a comfort letter signed by the trustee or maybe an attorney involved, an established bank account in the name of the trust, and possibly a copy of the deed placing the home into the trust.
There you go. You get all that to the title company, they're going to love you.
They will. Anything else you'd like to add, Bill?
Not really, just something you said before. If you're out there and you're a successor trustee and you have to administer a trust, would love to help you at a highly discounted rate, especially if you're going to sell a home and list it through our services.
Our info is in the About section. Thank you so much.